Hello students, I'm Khushbu Verma from Shiv Jyoti Education Group Kota. Today we are here to start the chapter number 3 in science, fiber to fabric. So let's get started. Along with food and shelter, clothing is also a basic need of our lives. Clothes protect us from external factors like heat, cold and rain. All these clothes are prepared from fibers. So here is a definition of fiber. It is a thin, long, flexible and hair or thread-like structure. Fibers are usually obtained from two main sources, plants and animals. These fibers called the natural fibers. Cotton, wool, silk are the examples. Apart from the natural fibers, these are the man-made or synthetic fibers which are artificially synthesized by humans with the help of technologies. Nylon, rayon, etc. are the example of synthetic fibers. The natural fibers are of two types. Plant fibers. They are obtained from plant sources such as cotton, jute, etc. And the other type is animal fibers which are obtained from animals. For example, wool from sheep and silk from silkworm. From all these natural and synthetic fibers, fabrics are made by weaving or knitting. Here we are starting the animal fibers, in which the first topic is wool. Wool is a natural animal fiber obtained from the fleece of sheep, goat, yak, camel, etc. Fleece is a thick coat of hair which grows on the bodies of these animals. Wool fiber is a good insulator and doesn't allow the body heat to escape. Therefore, it keeps the animal warm, and woolen fabric keep us warm in winter. For obtaining wool, animals are reared and bred, and then their hair are cut and processed. The most common wool is the sheep wool. The fibers obtained from sheep are of the two types, beard hair and skin hair. The woolen fibers are produced from the fine underhair. Besides this, Angora goat of Jammu and Kashmir are very famous for the wool fibers. These wool fibers are called mohair. They are white, smooth and lustrous. In our country, Pashmina is one of the finest quality wool found in Kashmir and the surrounding region of the Himalayas. Wool fibers of yak, alpaca, camel and llama are also very famous. Hair of these animals cannot be used directly as because of its quality. The process of making fleece into the wool follows a series of processes. They are shearing, scouring, sorting, burr separation, dyeing, and the last one is rolling. Step by step, this process is done and the wool from fleece is obtained. So the first step is shearing. In this method, the fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed. It is done in two ways, manually with razor, clipper or the pair of scissors, and the other way is by the use of shearing machine. Shearing is carried out mainly during the summer so that the hair grows back in winter. Next step is scouring. After the shearing, sheared hair is washed in big tanks to remove the dust, dirt and grease. In large factories, machines are used for scouring. This washed wool is treated with an acid and dried up by the low heating. Now, the cleaned wool is sorted according to its texture. This is called sorting. By doing so, low and good quality fibers can be differentiated. Good quality fibers are used in making clothes and the lower quality is used for making rugs. These sorted fibers are having small, fluffy fibers which are present in the fleece. These are called burrs. the burrs are separated and the scouring process is repeated again. Now the hairs are twisted into the fibers. After this, the next process involves the dyeing of the fibers in different colors, as the natural fibers is generally white, black or brown in color. Fibers are dyed in different colors according to requirement. After the dyeing process, fibers are straightened, rolled and combed into the yarn. Two types of yarn are produced by this method: longer yarn for sweaters, shawl, etc. and shorter ones are for blankets and carpets. Now the another animal fiber is silk. Silk is a natural protein fiber which can be used as a textile fiber. It is one of the important animal fiber obtained from silkworm. It is soft, strong, durable and lustrous. Its luster makes it an extremely desirable and expensive fabric. Some examples are tussar, muga and kosa. The rearing of the silkworm on a commercial scale to produce silk is called the sericulture. Different types of silk are produced by the various types of silkworm. One of the common type of silkworm is mulberry silkworm. Students, silkworm gives us silk fiber, but how can we get fibers from such tiny creature? Let's get to know the complete process by understanding the complete life cycle of a silkworm. To begin with, the first stage is where the eggs are laid by the female moth on leaves. Mulberry leaves are preferred for this. So, the egg stage is the first stage. The next stage is where the eggs develop into the larva, and larvae are the worm-like structure. Larvae grow in the size by feeding itself on mulberry leaves. Once the larva is fed enough, they enter the next stage. And in this stage, larva cover around itself by fiber and turns into pupa. This covering is called cocoon. This structure gives us silk fiber after processing. The next stage is adult stage. The mature moth now break the cocoon and fly away. So this is the complete life cycle of a silkworm. We have already studied about the sericulture, in which silkworms are reared to produce raw silk at the appropriate temperature and humidity. In beginning, eggs by the female silkworm are collected and hatched into an incubator. Eggs are kept in clean and hygienic conditions. They are made to hatch at the time when the mulberry trees grow new leaves. Worms are fed on freshly chopped mulberry leaves for about 25 to 30 days continuously. Then they are moved to the tiny chambers or provided twigs or branches to spin the cocoons. You know what? The caterpillar or larva is killed once this stage is completed. Otherwise, the fluid secreted by the larva or the adult moth damage the fiber. Once the cocoons are prepared, they are either exposed to the heat of the sun or by boiling in the water. This process is called cooking. Cocoons are dissolved in water and fibers separated out. The method of getting silk threads from the cocoons is known as reeling. Reeling is done either by manually or by special machines when the silk fibers are delicately unwound. Fibers from 4 to 8 cocoons are joined and twisted to produce silk yarn. This is called the raw silk. Students, raw silk is used for clothing such as shirt, suits, ties and dress materials, etc. Mulberry silk is used for making saris, kurta, shawl and the wedding clothes. Just like them, woolen clothes protect us from the cold and the harsh weather such as sweater, cap, shawl, gloves, etc. So dear students, in this chapter we have studied about the types of fibers, types of natural fibers, types of the animal fibers. I hope you have understood these topics clearly. Thank you.